Hi, today we will be talking about regulations of markets. As we all know that there are three basic problems in an economy: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. The solution to these three major problems is determined by the market forces in a market economy. If market forces are permitted to operate freely, equilibrium price will be determined by the equality of demand and supply. But sometimes it may happen that the equilibrium price is not desirable from the standpoint of the society. In such a situation, it is necessary to regulate the market price. Suppose in a year there is a shortfall in the production of food grains. If there is no control over the market price for food grains, the prices of food grains will rise. Poor people will be adversely affected by this, as they may not have the purchasing power to buy food grains at higher prices. This can be avoided by introducing a ceiling on the price of food grains by the government. In the figure, the price fixed by the government is below the equilibrium price. Here, D is the demand curve and S is the supply curve. The equilibrium price is P, which is so high that the buyers are suffering very much. To protect the buyers, suppose that the government has fixed the price P max, which is lower than P. At this price, the demand is OQD and supply is only OQS. Hence, there will be excess demand of QSQD. The question is how to distribute the limited supply to the buyers. It can be left to the sellers, and the seller can distribute on the basis of first come first served principle. The seller can also distribute the products according to their likings. But the best way in this case is to introduce rationing by the government. Under the rationing system, each buyer is allocated a quota such that the total available supply is distributed among all the buyers. Similarly, consider the market for raw jute. Suppose there is no regulation on the price of raw jute, and the price, which is determined by the equality of demand and supply, is very low, so that jute growers cannot cover their costs of this low price. In this case, to protect the interests of the jute growers, the government can determine the floor price of raw jute. Let's explain this situation with the help of this diagram. Here as well, D is the demand curve and S is the supply curve. If there is no control, the price will be P. But suppose that the price P is so low that many producers are suffering losses. Suppose the government will not permit price to fall to P and fixes the floor price P mean, which is higher than the equilibrium price. At this price, the demand is OQD, while the supply is OQS. Hence, there will be excess supply Q of QD QS. Now, the floor price P mean can be effective if the government purchases the excess supply QD QS. The government can also export this quantity or can store this quantity in warehouses as buffer stocks. The best example of floor pricing is the minimum support price, in short MSP, that the government sets. The market system can be regulated not only by the system of price control. If necessary, the tax transfer system can also be used for this purpose. We all know how harmful smoking or consumption of alcohol and tobacco is. We also know how profitable is the production of such products and how equally socially harmful it is. To reduce the production of that commodity, a higher rate of excise duty or sales tax may be imposed on that commodity. As a result, the price of commodity will increase and its demand will fall. Similarly, to encourage the production of commodities such as solar panels, subsidies has been granted to its production. This will reduce its cost of production and will be more profitable. Then the production of solar panels will increase. Similarly, exports can be encouraged and imports can be discouraged through taxes. The market system can also be regulated indirectly through monetary policy, which works through changes in the rate of interest and the supply of money. Thank you.